Here in Barcelona, where the weather has been overcast all week, the agenda is also a bit cloudy, because the showcase technology 5G wireless networking is something of a mystery, though everyone is sure it's coming. In fact, it's taking hold in the telecom business faster than people expected a year ago, something that Nokia CEO Rajeev Suri was upbeat about on Sunday during his press conference at the Mobile World Congress. His competitor, Ericsson, CEO Börje Ekholm, aired a similarly enthusiastic note on Monday. Phone companies are moving more quickly than originally thought to put in place equipment for 5G, including T-Mobile US, TMUS, and Sprint, both of whom on Tuesday announced plans for initial deployments in America's cities. But even people steeped in this stuff struggle to express what it is. During a panel discussion on Tuesday, a reality check hosted by Chris Nickel of the firm ACG Research, all of the participants had something interesting to say, but all failed when Nichols asked, "How many can define 5G? It's a new radio, meaning a new format in which antennae will control electromagnetic waves," said one panelist. Another person said it is a new network architecture. Nickel finally concluded, "So we don't have a definition of 5G. These are people who've spent a lot of time thinking about 5G. Panelists included Nokia's technology lead for its mobile networks, Henri Tervonen, and Samsung Electronics' 00593OKS leader of its 5G research, Dan Warren, among others. The problem is not just coining a succinct description. The aporia is indicative of the fact the technology is the most hyped thing. In Nichols' words, it is all things to all people, and in that, it is something of a mess at the moment. The first wave is going to bring faster data connections to smartphone and tablet users, on the order of 2 gigabits per second downloads. That's fairly straightforward, and that's what this week's T-Mobile and Sprint announcements were about, and from other carriers as well. Just an upgrade to existing 4G networks. But there's a second wave, far more ambitious, that's meant to be about connecting machines more than people, things such as factory floor robots, or self-driving cars. Everyone's favorite example is remote surgery, where a doctor is in your guts on a video monitor and manipulating the scalpel miles away from you. All the things to support that more ambitious effort, things like security, so the connection isn't dead while you're under the knife, things like reliability, so the link doesn't go down, are still emerging, and they're emerging in what seems, to put it charitably, an ad hoc and haphazard fashion. And even the question marks can vary depending on what one person considers important, like everyone feeling the elephant and having different kinds of uncertainty. Stuart Revel, coming from the University of Surrey's 5G Innovation Centre, came armed with an impressive PowerPoint slide filled mostly with question marks, barring a definition. "What promises are we trying to uphold?" asked Nickel. "If you can't define what it is, what are you promising?" Expressing perhaps more amusement than frustration, Nickel observed that a lot of the promises thus far are very technical, including things such as latency, the average time it takes the first bit of data in a of bits to go from one place to the other. Latency is important so the virtual scalpel doesn't get the spinning ball of death while your liver is being replaced. But the term can sometimes surface in discussion divorced from the actual purpose of it. His remark didn't prevent the panelists from quickly lurching into even yet more technical discussions. "It's about 1,000,000 things in a square kilometer, meaning connected things," said one. "How do you build a network of 1,000,000 slices?" was another techie answer, referring to the way carriers are supposed to be able to split up their network into virtual networks. "It's about deterministic services." One panelist said the problem was promises like faster smartphones are crowding out considered discussion, saying, "It's important to drop all these headlines about gigabit speeds." Everyone agreed that 5G is 100 times more complex than 4G, as one panelist put it. 5G is the most complex standards activity the mobile industry has ever seen, said one. "At the end of the day, it's also about a field of dreams. All that complexity is hanging on carriers actually finding hospitals that want remote surgery. Everyone in Barcelona seems fairly certain that they will come, as the idea of remote surgery is compelling, and someone's got to coordinate all the fleets of driverless cars. But, probably, no one is quite ready to be the first yet to jump into that pool. Tune in next year when things may be a little less obscure in Barcelona.